Hey, this is Notser, and we're going to be talking about the Musashi and French Battleships. The game in the background is the Kurfurst, one of the best ships in the game. I love this ship. I have like a 75% win rate, and I've played it like 100 times. I'm a secondary brawler through and through. It's so much fun to throw yourself at the enemy and hope that you can survive and kill them before they can kill you. I love the German battleships for that, and it's a little disheartening, disappointing that there's a significant population that just plays them like every other battleship. Concealment build and stay near your max range or somewhere in between. You know, I mean, sure, you could do whatever you want. Why would you pass up the potential, the uniqueness that this line offers? The Kurfurst is just an awesome, awesome brawler, and I really enjoy it. So hopefully you enjoy this game too. As far as the two topics, Musashi and French Battleships, let's touch on the Musashi real quick. The Musashi Tier 9 Premium Free XP ship for the Japanese Navy. At some point in the near future, it will come out. 1 to 2 months. The Missouri will be going away, unfortunately, to accomplish this. And I covered a first impression video of the Musashi. It's a Tier 9 Yamato. Stats will absolutely change on it, but for all intents and purposes, it is a Tier 9 Yamato. It plays exactly like a Yamato. You should play it exactly like a Yamato. Now, the topic is about the cost. There has been some leaked information or potential, it could be completely fabricated though, that the Musashi will be costing 920,000 free XP. Now, if you're shocked by this number, you should be, because that's almost 200,000 free XP more than the Missouri. And the Missouri was already the most expensive premium ship in the game if you bought that free XP from scratch. It was something like 120 US dollars to convert that much free XP. That's a pretty rich ship. Is it worth it? Well, hell yes, the Missouri's worth it. You will never have a credit problem after purchasing that ship. You are basically spending the most money possible to make sure that you never have to worry about credit. And you get to enjoy a really beautiful Tier 9 ship. Radar, Iowa class speed, firepower accuracy, the protected citadel, the AA protection. It's got everything. It is a wonderful ship to control. And if you have not experienced it, I recommend it, but, it's up to you. So to take 750,000 free XP ship, remove it, and then increase the cost of the next free XP, which is the Musashi, by 170,000, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. That's probably going to make it 175,000 free, 175 US dollars, 150 to 175 dollars. That's a lot of cheddar. A lot of cheddar. And I don't know that it's worth it. I mean, it's the sister of the Yamato, and it's a Yamato at Tier 9, but it's got its weaknesses. It's not going to be like winning 75% of your games unless you are really good at the Yamato, just like I really enjoy the Kurfurst. I am not very good at the Yamato. I'm really confused by the choice that might occur where it just costs more. I don't think that the Musashi is more well known than the Missouri. I don't think that its performance will be superior to the Missouri. I think it's a different type of ship with a different play style. Maybe the end goal is always just trying to get free XP out of the game, and as the game has aged, there is more free XP existing, and we'll just see more and more and more expensive Tier 9 ships as the game progresses, in the future. Let's say 5 years from now, we'll see the free XP Tier 9 equivalent, whatever that happens to be, will be 1,500,000 free XP, some insane number that is astronomical now, but maybe in the future. There's just so much that exists on the accounts. They need to dump it as quickly as they possibly can, and that's what I saw the Missouri as, and I guess that's what the Musashi's going to be, even more so. If anyone has more information, I would love to hear it. I know that in World of Warplanes, they do sort of a token system. In World of Tanks, any equivalent premium would either be legacy or earned through clan battles or whatever the map equivalent is. So I'm just really curious to see how this develops and if there's more precedent out there for wargaming to do something like this. So the French battleships are also something interesting. I sort of inferred that there could be community contributor content on the French battleships about 2 weeks before Christmas. Obviously that didn't happen. Why? They're not happy with their performance. This has happened, I think, 2 or 3 times in the past. It's more about like single premium ships. The last time a line was held back was the British cruiser line. They gave it to us, and about 2 or 3 days later they said, do not show any of this. And we're like, why? Because this is not going to go in this way. I remember getting the British cruisers and they had HE. And you can imagine how easy that was. That was extremely easy to win with HE equipped British cruisers. So obviously that didn't come out. We had to wait, and then they finally released the AP only, and the rest is history. This is similar for the French, apparently. They're not performing very well. The super testers, I know some people like to complain and act like, oh, they're not a good representation of the community base. They probably are. You know, they have Unicums, they have average, below average, they have everyone in between, and that's exactly what they should do. And their performance is probably below average. They probably only have 48, 49% win rate. I know whenever I play with a French battleship, I don't really feel like it's contributing to the game. I think it's just there, even worse than other battleships. And that's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm hearing that the French battleships are going to go through some adjustments. And one of the adjustments is intriguing. They're going to increase the secondary gun range potentially. I hope that this means that we'll get another brawly line, something that gets in close and uses those secondaries, because I love that playstyle. It's really fun. And the French are using speed boost, hopefully a little bit more agility compared to the Germans. But they are relying on sort of maneuvering into position to use them and then maybe disengaging when they feel overwhelmed. That would be kind of cool. Their guns aren't very accurate. They have the quad mount, and the quad mount just feels horrendous accuracy-wise. I mean, the Dunkirk, I want to love the ship so bad, but it's so inconsistent. A quad-mounted secondary gun range build for the French where they can go 35, 36, 37 knots in the water, move into a position of power, engage their targets, and then move back. That could be intriguing. We need to encourage this close-range aggressive playstyle. We don't want to encourage the 26-kilometer Yamatos staying at the back of the map, not risking their ship at all, and just firing every cooldown. That's boring. The game needs to be exciting. It's already a slow game. We don't need the player's strategy to slow it down even more. And hopefully this French adjustment will encourage them to participate in the game and find success. I really don't care if they have to make up all these numbers. I just want the line to feel different and also encourage playstyle that would be exciting. I just don't think long-range gunnery is exciting. It feels very boring. I really wish they would get rid of the standard battle and only have domination, because domination is such a superior playstyle for the game. When you play standard, it feels like a completely different game. It feels like everyone is just trying not to do anything. They want to just wait it out. That's not good. That's not good. So, French battleship secondary gun range could encourage close-range engagements. Curious to see if the Citadel is tall. If the Citadel is tall, it's irrelevant, clearly. But if it is a Citadel that is equivalent to pretty much every other battleship line at this point, it could be fun. A little nimble, a little quick. I think it'd be cool. What do you think of the French? Have you played against a French battleship? I know some of you have. I just wasn't impressed by them. I just felt like they were, I felt like, the guns are weird. Having 8 guns at a tier 10, that's really odd. This ship has 12. The majority of the tier 10s have 12 guns. No one's using the 457s on this ship, so don't even consider that. 12 guns to 8. That's a huge drop-off. I don't care how accurate or inaccurate your guns are, or how much the rate of fire is better. You're going to lose that DPS war. So they got to do something else. Secondary could be the solution. Maybe their guns are more accurate than the Germans, although I don't know that. I don't know that their rate of fire is going to be better. But maybe their secondaries just do a ton of damage. I don't know. But it does mean that we're not going to get the French anytime soon. Like, it's probably going to be mid-January at the earliest if a community contributor gets their hands on it, and probably February. Remember that in Russia, their Christmas is, I believe, a week or 2 weeks after New Year's. So, generally in Russia, I would assume that they actually go on holiday, like, right now. Which is weird for people who celebrate on the 25th. But it makes sense considering they're still working, you know, that they still are releasing content and stuff, and then it went dark probably like 2 days before New Year's. That would fit in line. So just like we've got Blizzard or other companies where basically December is we don't work, it's basically the last week of December and the first 2 or 3 weeks of January where Russian developers don't work. So it's going to be a while before we see the French battleships, and I just want a line that is different. I'm one of those weird players that prefers that the line is different, encourages some meta shift. You know, the British battleships, yeah, they're frustrating to play against, but they basically shut down the bow-on gameplay, and that's exactly what they should have done. There is really no incentive to play bow-on. People know about HE now. It's just hilarious to say that out loud. Battleships know about HE. It's been there the whole time, guys. But bow-on's dead. Now we just need to get standard out of the map pool. We need more aggressive, encouraged playstyle. And then I think the game's going to be super solid all around. Rank and clan already encourage that sort of playstyle. We go for an objective. You fight over that objective. Standard, I don't know why it still exists, honestly. It really doesn't feel good. It feels very hollow because most of the time, 50-80% of the team is encouraged to just stay back. And let's not do that. Let's get this game moving, and French Battleship Secondary could be interesting. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's. I'm sorry I can't stream or upload more. My internet is honestly the worst it's ever been. Everyone's home using it, and it's got a ton of dropping. So I'm just trying to get by until it gets repaired. I really appreciate all the support. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.